Have you ever had those days where you felt like creating content was damn near impossible? Trust me, we all have. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jasmine. I have been a full time content creator for 5 years. And let me tell you, I know exactly how it feels to not be motivated to create. But in this video, I want to share with you guys some tips that you can use starting today so that you can keep that motivation going and keep those videos flowing. Consistency is really important when it comes to creating content because you need your audience to trust you, right? And if you think about relationships that you have in your personal life, whether it's with your friends or romantic partners, those relationships are built on trust, right? But how did the trust even blossom? It's because they consistently showed up for you. They consistently showed you that they cared about you and they consistently wanted to see you win. And because they showed so much consistency, there was trust and now there's a friendship or a relationship, right? The same applies with your audience, okay? Your audience wants to know that they can trust that you'll always be around, right? So that means posting every day or posting every other day, being consistent with your content creation, showing up through YouTube community posts, through story posts, if you're on Instagram or TikTok. All of these things are really important when it comes to building your community. So you have to be consistent. Like, you have to be. I first realized how important consistency was when I monetized my first YouTube channel. I was so excited, but I had been trying to monetize that channel for years. And if you didn't know, I have 3 monetized channels. And it wasn't until I started posting consistently where my watch hours increased, like by a lot. And the amount of time it took of being inconsistent and not posting and showing up daily, I could have been posting daily and I could have saved myself so much time. But I didn't know, but now I do. And since I know now, every platform that I try to grow, I'm always consistent. My audience knows that they're gonna see a post from me every single day. So, in order to be consistent, I wanted to share with you guys some ideas that I've been using in my own content creation journey that has made it so much easier. Number one, create a content calendar. So, maybe you work and your days off are Saturday and Sunday. Those would be perfect days for you to record content and queue up everything. And even if you can't queue like on Instagram and TikTok, you can at least have your videos in your draft section with the caption already written, the hashtags ready, the thumbnail picture ready. So all you have to do throughout the week is just hit post. Something else that is really important is on YouTube, you can queue your posts. So take advantage of that feature, queue up everything that you can, create content. So that way, all throughout the week, all you have to do is just let the content be posted. Also, focus on small and achievable goals, okay? Like, I know we all have big goals, like we want millions of subscribers and we have big goals and that's great. I'm happy for you. I have big goals too. But we kind of have to understand that great things take time. And what I don't want you to do is burn out because you just have all of these goals and you can't seem to stay on track. So, smaller and achievable goals would be I'm gonna post a video every day, okay? So, maybe on Saturday, if that's your day off, you focus on making 7 different reels, okay? Remember, reels are only a couple of seconds long, so it doesn't sound as time consuming as you may think, but focus on smaller goals and reach those. Something else I think is really important is embracing imperfection. You guys, perfection does not exist. We are not perfect. And you will drive yourself insane trying to be perfect. Okay. So stop. Like, just stop. It's never going to happen. Okay. Instead, focus on being yourself. Focus on what makes you you. If you don't enjoy editing videos, you don't have to spend hours and hours editing videos. There are plenty of YouTubers who have very minimal editing in their videos, and their videos do amazingly well. If you do love to edit, then that could be the time that you use to shine and showcase your true talents. Maybe you do love putting all that fancy stuff into your videos. That's great, do it. But don't feel like your video isn't gonna be a good video if you don't like to spend all of that time in editing. What I want you to focus on is being yourself. You are unapologetically you, right? So be authentic, be yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be good at stuff, right? Embrace being look, I can't even I can't even say the word, but it's okay. I'm not gonna chop it out. Embrace being imperfect, okay? Because that's what makes you you. Something else I think is really important is understanding that you have to build habits, okay? Motivation fades. Trust me, it fades. But it's your habits that keep you going. So if you know every Saturday you're going to record content, then that's the habit that you need to stick with, okay? Because over time, especially like if you're not seeing the results that you feel like you should see in the next 6 months, right? Over time, your motivation is going to fade and you might even be ready to give up. But because you've implemented these habits, like Saturday, I'm going to create content, it's going to keep you going. Even when you don't feel like it, it's going to make you do it because that is a habit. That's a routine. That's been in your schedule for so long. So focus on habits because I promise you, motivation, it goes quick. Something else that I want to remind you of is self-discipline is by far the best way to build self-respect and self-confidence. The reason why so many of us struggle with self-esteem, and I used to too, like, trust me, I used to be very insecure, very low self-esteem, all of the things. But it wasn't until I started committing to the promises that I made to myself where all of that changed. Like, if you tell yourself you're going to lose weight and you keep not losing weight, over time of you continuously letting yourself down, that wears at your self-esteem, okay? But there's a level of self-love and self-respect that is built through self-discipline. Even when things get hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're feeling unmotivated, when you still show up and work towards your goals, I promise you, it just unlocks a whole new beast. Like, I cannot make this up, you guys. So, yes, it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get very, very, very hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But building that self discipline is so important when it comes to having self confidence and self love. Okay, so just continue to work on your goals, continue to pour into yourself because I promise you're going to reflect back and you're going to be so happy you did. So, I want to shift your mindset a little bit. We have to learn how to reprogram our brains, especially when we're getting into content creation and becoming entrepreneurs, okay? Because a lot of the things that we thought were right in our past, we'll realize in this new journey that is completely wrong, right? So, something that I have been living by these past 5 years is this: do what most people don't do so you can get the results that most people don't get. I have lived by this for years, and I think that has attributed to a lot of the success that I have in my business. Most people give up, okay? Most people give up. Most people do not see it all the way through. When they don't get their million views in 2 weeks, they're done with it and on to something else, right? But do what most people don't do. So if most people are giving up when they don't get the results, you be that person that doesn't. You be that person, despite how many views a video is getting, you still keep showing up. You know what I mean? Be that person that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how tired you are, you're that person that's going to keep trucking because I promise you it's going to pay off. It has no choice but to because you are consistently showing up every single day. So do what most people don't do so you can get the results that most people don't get. Most people are not big YouTubers, okay? It may seem that way on YouTube world, but when you walk outside and you interact with people in real life, like day to day, most people are not huge YouTube stars, okay? So keep that in mind. Again, if you do what most people don't do, you will get the results that most people do not get. If you learned anything from this video, make sure you subscribe. And if you are struggling with worrying about what people think, I want you to check out this video right here so we can talk about it. I'll see you in a few seconds.